Pooh. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to This Chess and Why. My name is AD Beeler, coming at you with the SAJCCC updates at the South African South African Junior Closed Chess Championships. That is meant to be the most, in fact, one of the most prestigious junior events in South Africa, right? Like, obviously, we've got the most prestigious open section, we've got the most prestigious junior section, junior event. So this is what we have right now going on from the 27th of April. It's been going on up until the 1st of May, and we are almost halfway there. In fact, I think we're past the halfway mark. So yeah, so basically what happens is that the top 15 on rating, the first top 15 highest rated per age group category players are invited, and the top 15 on Grand Prix points. That is obviously the points accumulated over the past 24 months from the tournaments that the players have been participating in, which obviously have been chess rated. Right, so those top 15 and the other top 15, that is like a 30. It's meant to be 30 players per age group category, which includes the gender, male, female, and open section, and age groups from under 8, under 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and under 20 sections all get invited, and it's supposed to be 30 players per age group taking part. Right, but I don't know if it's 30 players that are available. If any age group has had 30 players being able to make it, because apparently in some age group I see that there were 8 players that have made it, and then maybe they had to invite another 2 players extra to get them to fill up. But yeah, the lowest number of players per category that I've seen so far is 10 players in the age group, which is in the under 18 girls and the under 20 girls, both having just that few amount of players participating. So yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be about 470 players, right? If it's 30, I don't know, you do the calculations for me. So it's meant to be 470 players, guys. If it's 30 per age group, 8 age groups, under 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 7 age groups, plus the females and the ladies section of the girls section, which makes it 30 times 14. My goodness, is it? Yeah, it has to be 30 times 14. Let me see what my calculator tells me. 30 times 14. Oh yeah, actually 420 players were meant to be taking part in this event, but I read somewhere that is only 285 players who are there. So now I'm getting tricky with it. So apparently there's 285 players who have made it to the 100, and each of them are paying 850 rands entrance fee. So that 285 times 850 rands, let us see, it makes 242,000. Sorry, 242,250 rands. And what's that money for? Where's that money going? Because apparently there are no prize monies. Just like in the open in the seniors closed chess championship, there was no prize money, just medals and a congratulatory message that the top 5 are making it into the SA team. They get to win pro tiers, so they become pro tiers. Obviously, they'll represent South Africa. In fact, it's so sad because even with this one in the advert of the SA Junior Closed, they don't guarantee that you'll get SA colors. They say that that's still to be negotiated with SAJCCC, because remember, Chess South Africa is still suspended, right? So you're here, you've paid 850 to take part, and you obviously paid them, I don't know how many thousands for the 5 days accommodation, transport, catering, and all of that. And obviously, at the end of the day, there's no prize money. I'm so sorry that I have to go towards that side. But hey, maybe that's the reason why some of these players could not make it, because look at it, it's not really enticing. But some of the players made it, and that's obviously the majority of them. It's 285 players. But it's sort of crazy. Again, it's we were happy if it's obviously some of the federations that were able to pay for their players who take, because most of the players are here representing their federations, representing their provinces. I don't know. So sometimes you need to be able to assist the players in carrying the burden and carrying the load, because they're here representing. We'll obviously try to mention some of the players, but I'm so saddened also by the fact that some of this, in fact, with the listing on chess results, it doesn't show which regions the players are coming from. So now you see credit loss. So but hey, I've gotten some info from some coaches saying, hey Eddie, these are my players, this is who I'm coaching. That is what's happening. But yeah, anyways, It's a lot. I mean, I'm supposed to be giving you an update, and I'm just going on and on and on. Because here's, look at it. Because I was just so fascinated by some players talking about the gender parity in chess, right? Like obviously having more male players than female players. And we look at events like this, and we see that there's two age group categories, and we're obviously trying to obviously encourage for more ladies to take part in chess. But it seems like what is happening with the SAJCCC and maybe other events, even including the SA Close, which has just happened, it's like we're discouraging the female players, the ladies, instead of motivating and giving them the encouragement. So it's sort of like discriminating, because look at how this is supposed to happen, right? So there's a female section or the ladies section, which is meant to be a development section open only for the ladies, just so to encourage that more ladies take part. And then there is an open section, which is open for everyone, male and female, right? Which means if ladies are strong enough to qualify to participate in the in the open section, they can go play in the open section. So instead of like having 30 female players invited and 30 male players invited, to give an advantage to female players, we're saying there will be definitely 30 female players invited plus a number of open players invited. So, a number of open players invited could be 20 males and 10 females, because this section is open. Now, if there are female players that have made it to the top 30 and in fact, on the top 15 in terms of their rating, they should be invited in the open section. And if they have made it into the top 15 in terms of their Grand Prix points accumulated, they should be invited in the open section. So that means now there's a chance that we could have 40 females. I mean, in fact, out of the 30 players per age group, we could have 20 of them being being females. No, in fact, for each age group, because it's basically 60 per age group, 30 for females and 30 for males, right, for open. So that means it could possibly be 40 of those players being female and just 20 being males, right? And you see how much more opportunities are created for females in that way. And then people could stop going around claiming that they are promoting female involvement just by coaching 3 kids in non-freedom day. But I mean, I'm just bugging right now. But yeah, but I mean, it's sort of attend to the policies. If you're in a position of power, position of authority, ensure that certain things like these things that I've just mentioned are being adhered to, they're enforced even. Because I don't think Gunther considers this when he makes the invitations or when he makes the list for invitations. And Gunther must be sat down and spoken to and given this instruction by the leaders and say, hey, next time we're inviting for open section must always include ladies and boys, unless we want to just decide to call it a boys section or a male section instead of an open section. Because if you look at the ratings, in terms of the ratings and in all of these sections, you can see. I'm just going to start quickly with the under 8, because I see the top seed in the under 8 section, under 8 girls is Eliassen van Staden, and she's rated 1385, right? But then we go to the under 8 open section. We see that there is a player that is, I'm going to choose Erasmus Porter at number 21, who is rated 1282, which means there's a chance that Eliassen, the van Staden Eliassen, could actually make it to, in fact, to number 12 of this section. And honestly, in fact, not just her, Atlechang Mafane as well with a rating of 1364. In fact, look at this. She qualifies to get into the open section, even at number 13 or 14. We've got more of them qualifying. And the more these girls who are rated 13, coming from Eliassen, Atlechang, Mari, and Zoila, all 1300 rated, go up to the open section. It opens up more spaces for more girls to be invited, or more girls to come and take part in the girls section. And that is developmental, and that is when the male and female thingy section, actually dividing of sections, gets to benefit the girls and gets to do the function of developing players. Right, like again, I'm looking at the under which age group right now. I can even go to listen, because I just wanted to see another one as well. Who is this? In the under 12, I think, yeah, that's it. In the under 12 girls, the first seed, that's Kaylee Cornforth, right? Kaylee Cornforth is rated 1585, right? But in the under 18 open, there's a player at number 8, that is Jidida Mabera. At number 8 is rated 1551. See, already Kaylee is rated way higher. Kaylee, in fact, it's not just Kaylee, because behind Kaylee there's another Kaylee, but this one is Kaylee Budram, and she's rated 1576. So these two players that they're in their 1500 could be rated more than the bottom. Yeah, like from modern players from number 12 going down, in fact. Because at number 12 we've got Enrique Klassen, who is rated 1532. And then comes 1508, 1506, 1501, 1498, and so forth and so forth. Which means these girls could be playing in the open section and thus opening up more spaces for more girls in the girls section. Like it's something that needs to be considered, right? But anyways, yeah. So as I speak, as I say all of this, you want to maybe just try to apply your own thinking and see if I'm making sense or not. But right now, I'm just going to mention the top seeds from each section, and then we go just mention the top five, because basically the top five in each category, the winners, top five winners, they get to be selected to represent South Africa in the upcoming international events. That's your African Junior Chess Championships. There's your African Youth Chess Championships. There's probably they are the juniors to represent South Africa in international events. That's what they're getting selected for. The top five, I believe, in each category. So, yes, here we have it. In the under 8 section, I think this is the under 8 girls section, we've got Ellison van Staden with a rating of 1385 at number 1. And number 2 is Atlegang Mafanye with a rating of 1364. And at number 3 is Marie Grobela with a rating of 1334. And at number 4 is Jordan Zoila Jordan with a rating of 1302. And at number 5 is Atlegang Malemane with a rating of 1289. And the open section of this section, or as it is right now, it just seems to be the boys section because there's only boys in here. It is at number 1, it's Philip Kroos with a rating of 1571, followed by Thanes Kruger with a rating of 1448, and there's Kian Stein with a rating of 1442, and there's Philip Lobshan at a rating of 1449, and number 5 is Joshua Kruger with 1437. Is it Thanos? I think number 2 is Thanos the real Thanos from Bojanal. I mean, I recognize this player because he's been winning a lot of things. So yeah, and then the next section, which is the under 10 goals, and at number 1 is currently, obviously, that's the standings. We'll come to the current standings after round 5. But yes, yeah. So at number 1 with the rating of 1592 is Marie Grief. And then number 2 with the rating of 1481 is Ingrid Conradi. And at number 3 with a rating of 1471 is Alri Vermaak. And then for number 4, we've got Ciara Riddles with 1460 rating. And at number 5 is Isabella Exakos with 1458 rating points. And in the open section of the under turns, at number 1, it is Pearson van Staden with a rating of 1631. I'm wondering if that's VP's president, Cape Town Federation president, Ruben van Staden's daughter or child. This is an open section, right? So it's Pearson. Then at number 2 is Sianda Makombe with a rating of 1576. At number 3 is Skalk Wolf van der Meer with a rating of 1573. And at number 4 is Johan Ipen with a rating of 1566. At number 5 is Sebastian Stelo with a rating of 1544. Moving on to now the under 12 girls. At number 1 is Kaylee Conforth with a rating of 1585. At number 2 is Kaylee Grace Budran with a rating of 1576, and at number 3 is Lilith Jacobs with a rating of 1531, and at number 4 is Anaya Ludig with a rating of 1527, and number 5 is Sienna Brewis with a rating of 1486. The name Lilith kind of reminds me of, I don't know if it's in the Bible or it's out of the Bible somewhere. It's just, there's a whole lot of story. There's a story about that. Sorry. Yeah. And in the under 12 open section, and number 1 is Michael Schwartz with a rating of 1670, and at number 2 is Samuel Driscoll with a rating of 1639, and number 3 is Ranveer Tak, the Bujanalian, with a rating of 1631, and at number 4 is Shoria Sai with a rating of 1612, and at number 5 we've got Daniel Yang with the rating of 1590. The yin and the yang. What's the yin? Okay, and then that now at under 14 goals. At number 14 goals, leading the Packers, Joya Imkita Joya with a rating of 1656. She was just playing in the SA Closed, the ladies section. See, now she's hurting this section with the rating of 1656, and she's followed by Dia Naidu. And in fact, Joya Mketa is not meant to be playing in the development section because at the close, she managed to win some games against some senior female players and draw with some titled senior international players. You see what I mean? Titled players. So she shouldn't be in this section. She's rated 1656 in the under 14 goals, and I believe that if she went to the under 16 open, she would have made it to number 4, number 3, because number 4 is Rainier Klassen with a rating of 1620. Something, okay, 1620 something, like, yeah. So it's actually cut, but yeah, you see what I mean, though. So if she was playing in that section, she would have been in the top somewhere, in the top 3. She would have made it to the top 3. So she deserves to be playing in the open section of the under 14s, not in the under 14 girls. Unfair. All right, and number 2 is Dia Naidu with a rating of 1543. Number 3 is Shreya Mahidio with a rating of 1624. And number 4 is Helen Rottenbach with a rating of 1639. See, I'm looking at the different rating now. Yeah, 1639, I believe. Yes, 1639. And at number 5 is Kajol Naidu with a rating of 1522. There we have it. And then now we're moving on to the open section. The open section of the under 14 open section. At number 1, it is Rafael Felix with a rating of 1800 rated. For Rafael Felix is a Bujanalian, and I see Chase Salimu also to be interested. So there's Chase Salimu at number 2, Ruben Salimu's son, with a rating of 1700, and then at number 3 is Jadrian Lilifeld with a rating of 1660 something, 1600, and then number 4 is Rainier Klassen with a rating of 1620 plus, and there is Matthew Shapiro, Arena FIDE Master, with a rating of 1620 plus as well. Whew. Now moving on to the under 16 in the ladies section at number 1, it is Amat Zenzile with a rating of 1556, and followed by Tawana Chinoruma with a rating of 1428, and number 3 is Amber Phone Call with a rating of 78 in fact, and number 4 is Sanjana Ramlal with a rating of 1595, and number 5 is Erika Monich with a rating of 1583, number 5 in the ladies section. So now we go back to this. It's so crazy. Okay, because it seems like this is a national event, but it seems like people are great. The rankings for the start are being done using the FIDE rating, even though the event is going to be Chesa and FIDE rated, even though the selections were based on Chesa rating. So it kind of makes things sound a bit crazy. But anyways, now on to the under 16. Is this the under 16 open? Yes, under 16 open, I see as Joris Suje, Arena FIDE Master Joris CJ is at number 1. He's been having it was a very good year this year. Apparently, he just won a game against Manila Mango at at Tegwini Open or something. Doesn't make sense. But maybe these things happen. So yeah, so Joris Suje at number 1 with a rating of 1889, Chesa. And then number 2, it is Edward Arena FIDE Master, Edward Porchiter as well, with a rating of 1884 national. And then number 3, it is Liam Baruch, candidate master Liam Baruch with a rating of 1889. And number 4 is Bulelani Stefan with a rating of 1807. And then number 5 is Arav Jagri with a rating of 1689. We're looking at the national rating, even though the international one is also showing. And now we're on to the under 18 goals. In first place, it is Hale Naley. I'm trying to check if Hale Naley doesn't qualify to play in the open section of the under 18 with a rating of 1648. Let's see if 1648 doesn't get her in play. 1648 definitely gets her at number 17 or so of the open section. So she actually qualifies. You see, she also should have been playing that side. But then, Hailey Nail is at number 1 on the under 18 goals with a rating of 1648 national, and is followed closely by, not very closely, followed in fact at number 2 by Mackenzie September with a rating of 1473, Bujanalian, first daughter. And at number 3 is Rulani Geraldine Nkwashu, rated 1426. And at number 4 is Alexia Machijo So sorry, Alexia Amruni with a rating of 1519, and number 5 is Tato Mashiho with a rating of 1460. And I believe Tato is also a Bujanali, and okay, so Bujanali's got 2 goals on that side, or maybe more. I just don't recognize the other names. But now in the open section of the under 18, at number 1, it is Michael, the Patzer Slasher, they call it. Michael Simpson. Freedom Master Michael Simpson is at number 1 with a rating of 2148. And number 2 is Tyler Neville. I don't know Tyler was so young. Snap is a big bodied boy. So yeah, as in the under 18, Tyler Nevin is at number 2 with a rating of 2011, very strong player as well. And at number 3 is Bongoletu Netelo with a rating of 1906. Number 4 is Brooklyn Waguta with a rating of 1849. And number 5 is William Jones with a rating of 1820. Now, moving on to the under 20 goals. I'm not being biased. Okay, so at number 1 in the under 18 goals, under 20 goals, in fact, it has women candidate master Natasha Jubet, Ruben Salim's child, student, I believe, right? So yeah, rating 1596 national. And at number 2, it is Lendogutle Pila with a rating of 1340 Chesa. And at number 3, it is Motiho Petlele with a rating of 1412 Chesa. And number 4, it is Amira Yakub with a rating of 1577 Chesa. Number 5, it is Amy Wiles with a rating of 1395 Chesa. It's crazy because now the ratings, feeder ratings for these players are the ones that make sense for, in terms of the ranking. At number 1 is 1665 for Natasha, 1628 for Lindogutle, 1471 for Moteo, 1452 for Amira, and 1417 for Amy, and the rest don't have feeder ratings. And the under 20 open section we have at number 1 is it's Miesta Shelton, soon to be I am Miesta Shelton, Chastel Miesta, with a rating of 2271. Snap. So between him and everybody else that comes behind him, there's about 200 plus rating points difference. Abuse. And he's just made it to the Olympiad team. I don't know what he's doing here. Taking up space, covering every angle. This year is making sure that it plays every international tournament available this year. Very good for you, man. Like, you need the title. On all those title norms. Yeah, and at number 2 is Waylon Brenda with a rating of 1941. Number 3 is Jiran Bruff with a rating of 1887. And number 4 is Tiziano Miesta, cousin to the top Miesta Charlton. And number 4, it is Tiziano Miesta, rating of 2003. And number 5 is Devon Smith, rating of 2059. Chesa. Again, if you're looking at the international rating, it is 2136 for Charlton, 1934 for Wayland, 1917 for Jiran, 1915 for Tiziano, 1870 for Devon Smith. Now, in fact, and it's so interesting because some players are being claimed by their federations, being claimed by their organizations, and or by their coaches, and it's so interesting. I just had to take a look at a few things. I see Eden Chess. I'm not sure if Eden Chess is a club or a school or whatever, but yeah, I just came across this. That Eden Chess is claiming the following players. Obviously, wishing them all the best in the event. It's their players. No matter the outcomes, remember that you are our champions. That's the message from Eden Chess to their players, and they are Bethany Fredericks. I don't remember mentioning this name. Jordan, Zoila Jordan, I remember. Mary Griff, Ciara Riddles, Jaylee Aborta, Marizanne Bernard, Kaylee Comfort, Pearson van Staden, Ellison van Staden. Oh, so Eden is in Western Cape. And then there is Ray Niklasen, Sienna Brewis, Nina van Niekerk, Arnold Duplessis, Ruben Daniels, Clayton Tote. So Eden is very proud of you. It looks like it. And Ruben Salimu, also a coach in the Western Cape. Champion coach. Hopefully, I'm definitely sure Ruben's going to come up with some medals from some of these players of his. So yeah, in the under 20 section is Jubet Natasha, and in the under 14 section he has Salimu Chase, his son and student, and there's also in the under 14 Zion Smith. And under 14 goals, there's Mila Sneyman. Under 14, again, there's Shapiro Matthew. And there's Janko Wadenman in the under 12. And there's Amy Lowe in the under 12 goals. And there's Alec Guo in the under 12. And there's Benjamin White in the under 10. And Kaylin Manning in the under 10. The name Kaylin Manning kind of rings a bell. I think I remember it from somewhere. But yeah, and there is also a coach. Remember in the Abujana close, there's a coach that just kept coming up in all the interviews. So who's your coach? And all the players will say, my coach is. Am I still visible to you here? Snap this thing. So yeah, everybody kept saying, my coach is Martin Kuhn. So the coach is Martin Kuhn. So now I check up with Martin to say, hey, Martin, how many players do you have now playing in the SA Close? And it turns out, he's got Leroux and Kara, under 12 goals and under 16 open. We'll see how they perform because they are representing. And also chess heroes. We all know chess heroes, well, Connor Claver and the others. And now the following players as well in the SA close, in the junior close. In the under 8 open, they've got Mikhail Badet, Jakob Fenter, Albert Lutz. In the under 8 girls, they've got Zoe Gerber. In the under 10 open, they've got Wolf van der Meerde. They've got Matthew Ma. They've got Joshua Jobert, Nicholas Prinsloo, Alexander Prinsloo. In the under 10 girls, they have Mia Lutz, Pikwishi. Okay, Pikwishi. No. And under 12 open, they've got Antonio Retief. Anthony Retief. And the under 16 girls, they've got Kayla Butler. And then the Mojanala has like 45 players in the SAJCCC. I'm just looking at this little touch of kindness, touch of care, touch of inspiration, motivation, whatever. This chompo chocolate that I have, which says, go get them now, go chop them, whatever. Look at it and make up what you may of it. But yeah, I believe that's what they made. So if you just cut the M, they used to remove the M and the chomp, or say chomp. Crazy. Okay, let's leave that at that. And now look at the current standings at the closed. Let's see. In the under 8, we're going to start at the under 8 after round 5, right? Is it after round 5? Yeah. Okay, so awesome. It is awesome. But we're here. Let me make a few adjustments. So yeah, this is what it is. And the under 8 current standings after round 5, and the under 8. So again, we're focusing on the top 5 because it's the top 5 that is going to get selected. And at starting at number 1, with 5 points. Wow, clean 5 points lead. It is Ava Janssen van Rensburg. And at number 2, it is Mia Ramsurup. Mia Ramsurup with 4 points. At number 3, it is Atlehang Mafane with 3.5 points. And as Atlehang Malemane with 3 points. Also, Mari Grobler has 3 points. That is now on the under 8 goals. In the under 8 open, this is how it is. This is how it stands on the under 8 open. At number 1 is Philip Hoos with 5 points out of 5. And at number 2, it is Joshua Kruger, 4.5. And number 3 is Azo Maserti with 4 points. And then is it Clan or Kian? Let me slide up. It's Kian Stain at number 4 with 3.5 points. And at number 5, it is Mikhail Badat. With 3.5 points as well. Now moving on to the under 10s. The under 10 goals section, we see that at number 1, it is Ingrid Conradi with 5 points, 5 out of 5. And it is Danica Naidu with 4 points at number 2. And number 3 is Mari Krief with 3.5 points. And Abigail Hopt is at 3.5 points as well. And number 5 is Elke Fenter also with 3.5 points. And we see that Franz Ley Robert is also at number 6 with 3.5 points, just to mention it. And then in the next section, that is an under 10 open. In the under 10 open, number 1 with a score of 4.5 points out of 5 is Kairav Tolusli. And then number 2 with 4 points out of 5, it is Skalkwolf van der Meerwe. Number 3 with 4 points. Number 4 and 5. In fact, all of these following players have 4 points each. That is Johan Eben at number 3. And number 4 is Kylan Manning. And number 5, it is Oliver Resnikok. And now moving on to the under 12 girls. Under 12 girls after round 5. The standings are as follows. At number 1 with 5 points, it is Kaylee Budram. Clear lead. And then number 2, 3, 4, and 5 all have 4 points each. And that is Araja Suresh at number 2. Carla Theron at number 3. Lilith Jacobs at number 4, and Amy Ming Cheng Liu at number 5. Now moving on to the under 12 open section, and the under 12 open section is as follows. After round 5 at number 1 with 4.5 points, it is Jemmy Siegel, and at number 2 is Michael Schwartz with 4 points. At number 3 is Ranveer Tak with 4 points. And number 4 is Daniel Yang with 3.5 points. And number 5 is Abhay Jaggery with 3.5 points. Now I'm curious, who did Ranveer Tak lose to? Flip Shurya Sai. It's a very tough event, I see. Ne? Now we're gonna move on to the under 14 girls. Under 14 girls. Now looking at the under 14 girls after round 5. Under 14 girls after round 5, we see it's at number 1 with 4.5 points out of 5. It is Helen Rothenbach, followed by the next 3 players, all on 4 points each. It is Imkita Joya, Kajol Naidu, and Minentle Mia. And number 5, it is Shriya Mahidio with 3 points. But now I want to see who beat Joya Imkita. Who did Imkita lose to? Because to Helen Rothenbach, the one that is leading the pack. Nice. Okay, Helen Rothenbach must be the strongest. Wait, wasn't Helen Rothenbach also playing in the close? It was. She was. I mean, she was there. Yes, Helen Rothenbach was also in the close. Let's see who beat Joya Mkita. Because Joya Mkita, who beat Kajol? Kajol lost to Joya Mkita. There. Very interesting. It's so crazy. It's about to be a very tough event. It's a very good one. There's no obvious clear winner, but it's going to be one of those where those that have played the close open obviously have come back with some, I don't know, man, more skills, more training, whatever. If they had done anything to prepare for the closed, that open closed, that major closed. But anyway, so yeah, under 16. We on the under 14 snap. Under 14 open section at number 1 is Rafael Felix with a score of 4.5 points out of 5. And number 2 is Etienne van Meersbechen with 4 points, followed by Rainier Klassen with 4 points as well. And number 4 and number 5 both have 3.5 points. Obviously, number 6 also has 3.5 points. And they are Matthew Shapiro, Arena Feeder Master at number 5, and Michael Bain at number 4. Now we move on to the under 16 under 16 girls. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Under 16 girls. So in the under 16 girls after round 5, you see I have a very big fingers and just presses the wrong spaces. So yeah, at number 5, after round 5 in the under 16 girls, at number 1 is Giselle Kutsie with 4.5 points, followed by Erika Monich with 4.5 points as well. At number 3 is Sanjana Ramlal at number 3 with 3.5 points, and Sisi Pukebu at number 4 with 3.5 points, and Amat Zenzile has 3 points at number 5. In the open section of the under 16, we see now Joris Suje is leading. Arena Feeder Master Joris Suje with 4.5 points, followed by Arav Jagri with 4 points. Diwald Kutsi, Arena Feeder Master Diwald Kutsi is at 4 points, and Abhinava Satish at number 4 with 3.5 points, and at number 5 is Liam Baruch, candidate master Liam Baruch with 3.5 points as well. All right, now that the noise is not as tough. It's coming back. You see, but anyways, let me just click on the mic. Yeah, so in the next round now, in the next age group, under 18 girls is as follows. Woo. But the under 18 girls at number 1 is Neil Haley, as expected, I guess, right? Neil Haley is at number 1 with the rate with 4.5 points, followed by Rulani Nkwashu with 4 points, and at number 3 is Miguel Dove with 3 points, and Mignon Kusen at 3 points at number 4, and number 5 is Alschi Jacobs, 2.5 points. Let's go to the open section of the under 18s and see who is leading after round 5. Okay, Michael Simpson leads with 4.5 points after round 5, followed by Brooklyn Waguta with 3.5 points. Tyler Naveen at number 3 with 3.5 points. And there's William Jones with 3.5 points at number 4. Number 5 is Ishmael Mlambo with 3 points. Under 20 goals after round 5. Let's see. The under 20 goals ranking after round 5. It is as follows. At number 1, it is Motiwo Petlele with 5 points out of 5. My goodness. And at number 2, it is Marlene van den Berg with 4 points. And number 3, it is Bilal Nogutle with 4 points. And number 4, it is Amy Wireless with 4 points. And number 5, it is Natasha Jubet with 3 points. Wow. Interesting. And then the last section, the major section after round 5. Let us see how it stands. 4.5 points for Miaster Charlton, 4 points for Brenda Whalen, 3 points for Devon Smith, and 2.5 points for Vuyani Kula, and 2.5 points for Tabang Mancha as well. What is happening with the Rhino? And Tiziano as well. And Tatejo, all in 2.5 points. What the flip? My goodness. Oh, tough event, hey? Wow. All right. We're past the halfway line at the junior closed. Let's see how it goes later on. The event does not have any pictures. I don't think they even hired a photographer. Because if they had hired a photographer, we'll be seeing very nice pictures coming from that from that event. What is happening? What's the 242,000 for? Because they were playing at a school. A venue which I'm sure they got for free. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, so that's what it is. Anyways, we look forward to seeing more and more on the performances of the players. And hopefully some good players, some strong players get to make it to the national team. And we hopeful that SAJCCC will give them the colors. Hey, there's it from me. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. But obviously, it's still during the day. You can hear that noise, right? Coming from the background. This is just, hey, people cutting grass. Hey, what can we do? But I'm hopeful. I'm sure my voice is actually much more audible, louder than whatever that is at the background. Yeah. Thank you. Wait, see it. You see this? Wait, no, it didn't. It's fine.